Hi all, welcome to our League SBC guide of the Chinese Super League. We're going to go through every single team, every single league for each video, so you're getting this completely dedicated, folks. So you can smash the links, would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GSLLegend. All the links are down below for playlists on the channel and social media links as always. And let me know if you've done the Chinese Super League at all, and if you did, what did you get in your packs and who did you opt for between Oscar and Renato Augusto. Now, the terms of the SBC works out between 130 and 145k. You could do it a little bit cheaper depending on buy nows and so forth. But Beijing Renhe is a 7k pack, roughly that premium silver players pack, around 7-8k to do. In terms of most of these players, they're fairly straightforward to do. I wouldn't exactly break. If you're patient enough, you can either do it through the bronze pack method, or if you're really patient, you could snipe a few of these. But for me, Augusto Fernandez just practically makes this work. The good thing is you pretty much can get him for like 350, 400 coins if you're patient and just snipe him, really. That's the way to look at it. But in terms of this we're trying to show every single league the cheapest possible. I've literally went to town, going on every single team. I've tried to make sure that obviously some of the routes that you'll see, some of the players might not always necessarily be the cheapest at the time, so be aware of that. Like when I built the routes initially, earlier today, these were the cheapest routes possible, and I've tested it through Footbin as well just to get an idea, and I've done as much of the maths as I can. Like before I'd started the league, it was working out between 135 to 155. So for me to get to 130, pretty much between 130 at the most 145 is not bad. In all honesty, I'd got it even cheaper. I'd got it down to 115, 130, but due to people deciding to bump up prices a little bit, it's kind of not helped. With Beijing Shinobu Guan, or Beijing Guan, how you want to pronounce them, Bakambu and Soriano is all you need. You don't need Jonathan Vieira. I have seen routes with Vieira, but then what I've found is you kind of then just go bronze crazy with the rest of the team. But sometimes some of the bronzes do end up being a little bit more expensive than the silvers, so be fully aware of that. But it's fairly straightforward. Like I've seen some of the occasions when I've built the when I've been checking this league or this team in particular. The bronze midfielders, you can generally sometimes get them for 200 at a pop, so you're not exactly breaking the bank. It's just more a case of hoping and praying what you can get. The common theme with a lot of the goals like Bakambu, Soriano, Bakambu you can get for 700, Soriano you can get for 350. That is what a good saving grace is about this league. The 3 goals in Chang Chun Yate, these guys of Igalo, Majrzejewski and Peknovic you can get for 350. Like even Majrzejewski you could get for 300 if you're really patient. This is a 7.5k pack and it works out around 4k spend. Like a good number of these bronzes you can generally get for 200-300 coins. Can't go wrong with it, and 64 rating overall, not really a problem. I meant to say with Beijing Guan, that is a mixed players pack, works out around 5k and it's around a 7k spend. So if you're keeping count at the moment, you're roughly spending 15-16k for the first 3 routes, so not too bad, and that gives you roughly nearly 20k worth of packs. Then Chongqing Dangdan Lifan, or Chongqing Lifan I believe it also says in the game. This one is a pain in the backside for a 5k pack. It's 10k. People do I've noticed a few times, do try and price fix this route a little bit as well. They try and bump up the route a little bit. You've only got 1 gold in the form of card deck who you can get for 350. It is more just a case of getting the bronzes in for cheap, getting the high enough rated bronzes to make it work, and then taking it from there. I would say for a mixed players pack, it's not the most desirable, but seeing that I have seen people have some success with the mixed players pack. The good thing is all the routes that we're building, none of them require loyalty, none of them require position changes. and that is a big difference. I have seen some of the people that, when they try and compete, I would say compete when it builds the routes. People are doing it with position changes, and then they're trying to make it look like it is cheaper, but when you do the maths of adding the position changes on top, they are about twice as expensive. Then Dailan Yifang has now become cheaper because of adding Carrasco. This route became drastically cheaper by nearly 1,000 coins just by adding Carrasco. His price dropped under 1,000 coins. At one point it even hit 750, and I was like, this is crazy. It's around 850 from just now, 850, 900 coins. So it just kind of shows you what his price is doing. But the bronzes, generally you can pay around 200-300 coins, and because you've got an 82 and an 83 in this team, and while it is a 63 rated squad, you can get away with like 50 rated and 49 rated and all this sort of stuff. You genuinely aren't breaking sweat. Gaitan you can get for 700, it's not a problem. With this one as well, it's a small Electrum Players Pack, which is a 6.25k pack, and you're not, like, I've got about 3 Carrascos as it is, like 2 tradable and 1 untradable, so he's kind of common in the club. Now Guangzhou Evergrande, this is Paulinho's squad if you're curious. This is a 12.5k pack, or the Electrum Players Pack this time. Works out around 8-9k spend. Goulet, Talisca and Carvalho, the 3 of them pretty much make this squad. You can then work it around from there. Don't put Hulk in, he works at around 2k. You don't need Paulinho obviously because he's around 6-7k. But the rest of the team is literally just a case of getting the ratings and just the right players into the positions. I've noticed the dude, the 49 rated right winger, you do find that occasionally the other dude that plays at right mid sometimes does get put cheaper, but it is a case of people just trying to outdo each other. They're trying to list up these cheap cards for nothing. It's a bit annoying, but good, as I said, with Talisca you can get it for 700. Goulet is around 500-600 actually, and then Carvalho's are like a 350-400 spend. Goulet is just expensive just because of various aspects. With Guangzhou RNF, this is the Javi and Junior Urso. You need those two. The right wing back player is one of the most annoying players. Be wary of his price. His price fluctuates like crazy. I've seen it go from 1,000 coins to 2.5 to is even like 8 to 9k, and people are still paying that 8-9k at times, and I'm like, just hold it out. Like one day last week there was a period where he went at a low, like it was like 1 to 1.2k, and then suddenly went up to 2.5, and then there was like one on the market going for like 8-9k. It was like crazy. But Zahavi and Urso, Urso you can get for 300 if you're very patient. Zahavi 650 is no problem. Renatinho, I know a lot of people say seriously he's putting a fairly expensive 74 rated. The thing is you can get him at most 4k. With this one it works out 11k, but they do the right mid. If you're very patient you can actually get them even cheaper still. I've seen a few people just list them up, start price 300, 10k max, and then it sells for cheap. Guizhou Hengfeng, sorry, is Mario Suarez, his team. Why I keep saying the individual players that's the gold is just to let you kind of keeps you in check of who to get. It's a 10k pack, which is a small prime mixed players, 5-6k, yeah, sorry, 10k pack, small prime Electrum Players pack. Guangzhou RNF was a small prime mixed players pack. This works out 11k as well. Mario Suarez you can get for 350 quite readily. Jelavic, you've got between him and the other striker, but for just now this works out just marginally cheaper by about 500 coins. Jelavic you can get on occasion quite cheap if you're patient, and people will list them up for 300, and then they will do that max price 10k thing, and it just doesn't sell. Like, for what they hope, they'll think, oh, it'll sell for 5k, like 5k or 4k, and it then just sells for like 2.5-3k. So you've suddenly, your 11k spend suddenly goes down to like 8 to 9k. But most of these bronze Chinese players you can get for 200-300 coins quite readily if you're patient enough. Hebei China Fortune is a 7.5k pack, which is a premium gold pack. It works out 9k on the PlayStation, 12k on the Xbox. This is Lavezzi and Hernandez's team, and that's pretty much the only players you kind of need to help you make it work. It is a 67 rated squad though, so be aware of that. But obviously with having two decent rated gold players, both are rare, so be aware of that. You do need one of the silvers, and you can. The good thing is you can put him. You can get away with one out of position player into this to make it work. But with, sorry, two silver players I should say, 265 ratings. Hernandez you can get for 650, Lavezzi you can get for 650. The two silvers you can actually get for 300 at like lowest. So it's not too bad. If you're really, really good, you could get them for 150. But it depends if you're really being tight. If you're being really tight in your coins and you're trying to squeeze every last penny, then your as I said, your total 130k that's set out for this, you could genuinely maybe get closer to that 100k. Now, Henan Jinyai, as you can see, I have Evo, and you'd be saying to yourself, Graham, why have you not sold him? I can't, he's untradeable. I've had him untradeable, I think, since like the first week of FIFA. I can't remember what pack it was. I've had him untradeable. I think it was when I was doing like the basic SBCs, I was just getting them out of the way, and I'm sure I got him in that, and I was like, seriously? And the guy's 10k. But you need Evo, the dude at striker, or the dude at centre mid. You're kind of strangle-held here. It is there's too many extinct players to. This route works out between 28 and 35k. I have seen it done cheaper in terms of cost if you're like nearer 25, but obviously if you're sniping, it is going to take a heck of a lot of doing. It's not easy, so be aware of that. And it is also only for a 7k pack, so it is quite is it really worth it? Jiangsu Suning, this team is Alex Teixeira's, Paletta's and Eder's. You pretty much just put the three of them in and then just go from there. Like, it's not difficult in the slightest. Paletta's 350, Teixeira's 650, Eder's 650. Teixeira and Eder are both rares. There's nothing remotely difficult about this one whatsoever. This is a 5k pack for a mixed players pack. It's a 5-6k spend. If you're, it was at 4 for a period last few days, but people were trying to bump up the prices a little bit. But as I'm saying, if you're really good and just really just trying to squeeze every last coin and just either sniping them or just get on bid, if you see them at 150, then do it. Like, it doesn't hurt. Like, I'm the kind of person that would go out and just try and nab every bronze at 150. I wouldn't see the point. If there's at 500 a target at 150, I'm not. I'm trying to keep my coins. Shandong, Luneng, these guys consist of Tardelli, Graziano Pella, and then Gill at centre back. Once you've got Tardelli, you've got to play at striker to make this work, or you can put one of the other mids in it, striker. But as long as you get, it's not difficult really. This one, this is a 7.5k pack, and it works out a 4-5k spend. It is one of the Chinese league teams worth doing. So I can say, if you wanted to do ones worthwhile for their packs, this is definitely one of them. I would do it personally if I was seeking it out. Like the bronzes, you can there's quite commonly 150, and it's generally at most like 350, 400. But it's just more a case of getting Pella for 350, Tardelli for 350, and Gill for 650. That right away then gives you about a 1400 coin spend. It is then just putting over like say 4k to the rest of the team. Shanghai Shenhu, or Shanghai Greenland Shenhu if you want to be fully specific. This team is Guarins, Dembabas, Romeros and Morenos. You can get away without one of them, but ideally you're generally getting rid of Romero at right mid, because you can put the bronze in at 200. But Guarin 650, Moreno's 350, Dembabas 350. The bronzes, funnily enough, the two of them that we have are untradeable, so cannot complain about that whatsoever. I would say as well, with this particular team, you could squeeze it better. It is a 66 rated squad for a 7.5k pack. It is a 5k spend as well. You could squeeze it a little bit by not needing Guarin and putting Romero in and swapping about, and then you might end up saving just a couple hundred coins again. So you'd end up maybe being, your 5k might become 4.8. Shanghai SIPG is Hulk's team. This is also Oscar, Akhmedov's, and try to remember this, and Woolley I had to remember. You need Woolley to make this work. You also need Oscar and you need Akhmedov. It's not difficult, this one whatsoever. This is a 5-6k pack, a Prime Silver Players pack, 7k spend on the Xbox. I did get down to 5k earlier. The problem is people are quite prone to bumping it back up, and it is a 5k spend on the PlayStation. If you can get it to consistent, say 5k, Oscar does play a big part on this, so be aware of that. I would say if you can get this team cheaper, like Woolley you can get for 600, Oscar you can readily get for 400 coins on Snipe if you're patient. The amount of people that list Oscar up for cheap is unbelievable. And obviously because he's the SBC card, people just think, I could list him up for cheap and take it. Tianjin Quinjian is Modeste's team and Pato's team. Pato is a little bit up just now because obviously he's in Team of the Week. So because of him up in the Team of the Week, your 5k pack is a mixed players pack, works out around 6k spend. It is doable nearer the 5 if you're patient regarding Pato. If you're willing to wait till he's back in packs as a normal base card, then you can get done nearer 5. But most of the bronzes readily you can get for 2 to 300 coins. Pato works out around 1,000 coins at the moment. You could normally have done it for him, getting him at say 800 coins. Modeste is like a 5 to 700 coin spend. I have seen him go to 400 on Snipes, but he generally is around 5 to 700. He has been creeping up a little bit more because of Pato. You kind of need them both to make it work. That is the way I've noticed with it. And this is the common theme as well. The golds kind of make every team. I don't know why, it's just the way it is. And Tianjin today is Achimpong's team. He is the only gold in this team. This is a 7.5k pack or a jumbo premium silver pack. 4k spend on the Xbox, 5-6k on the PlayStation. And if you've roughly done your maths right, as I said, this works out between 130 and 145k total spend, with 110 to 112k worth of packs. It roughly is about that. You could even put to 115 if you want it to be precise, but I'm not overly. I've tried to work out the maths all told. It's 176 players all told, and in my personal opinion, this is a very worthwhile league in my opinion. Like the Prime Electrum, the Electrum players packs, and then it's got the gold packs in them. Pretty much, you would hope you can get at least one decent player out of the pack. Achimpong's a 600 spend as well. But as I say, this is one of these leagues. If you're, the three things I've noticed with this league in particular, if you want to do it cheap, is the bronze pack method can work. The sniping of the bronze Chinese players is quite readily happening, or buy on bid for 150, 200, at most 253, and then just taking it from there. But hopefully you enjoyed this, folks. As I said, apologies for it being nearly 20 minutes in length. I want to show you every single team, break down the prices, break down the packs and the worst and so forth. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this. Hopefully this still remains relatively cheap for now. Smash like as always, sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GSL Legend, and I'll catch you all later.